Today we're going to be playing some more Black Ops 6. The Dark Matter grind is coming to an end. Well, kinda. So I basically almost have every weapon in the game gold now. I just need to get the 2 melee weapons, the 2 shotguns, and then finish up the SMGs, which it's kind of like this weird thing where, like, sure, I haven't necessarily gotten any of the SMGs gold yet. However, so many of them are so close, like the C9, that one's almost gold. The Jackal PDW, that one's almost gold. The Compact 92, I was using that a good bit. Same thing with the KSV. So those are basically like halfway done. So once we get those done, I just need to go through and finish up grinding out Diamond Camo for a bunch of the weapons, because, like, if I come over here to Darkspine, it says that I need to unlock Diamond Camo on 33 weapons, and right now, if I would have been doing all the Diamond challenges as I've been doing, like, unlocking the ability to do that, that should say 23 out of 33, but I haven't been doing that, so I'll have to go back and do those last 8 weapons, which we're actually going to be working on some of those in this video. But those are so easy for all of them. You literally just have to get 3 kills without dying 10 times. You can do, like, easily, like, 2 to 3 weapons per match. So we're going to go ahead and dive back into my, I would say my secondary home, but at this point it's my main home just because I live here in Hardcore Face-Off Mosh Pit more than I do in my actual home. Right now I'm really close to getting the Strider done. I just need to get 7 more of the 3 kills without dying, so that'll be done in no time. I'm just trying to get the pistols finished up right now. I already have the Grecoba done. I just need to do the Strider, GS45, and then 9mm. There was just like a few weapons I wanted to clean up before I prestige, because right now I'm at prestige 3, level 53. I'd hate for there to be a situation where I prestige and then there's like a weapon that I have to just wait to unlock until later on, and I'm kind of like stuck in the grind just because I don't have the weapon that I need to in order to grind certain things out. So I'm just kind of getting ahead of that issue and making sure that I have all of the later weapons done. Like I did the AEK, I did the DM10, did the GPMG. I already perma unlocked the Compact, and I have the Vault Edition, so the Jackal PDW is already like permanently unlocked. I know at the bottom it says get the Vault Edition now, but that's just because I'm playing on PC. I got the Vault Edition on Xbox, and since I just, you know, have the Vault Edition on at least one platform, I already have all this stuff, so it's no big deal. As you guys probably saw in the menu, I also finally ended up unlocking that My Name Is skin, which is a callback obviously to the end of the Black Ops 1 campaign. And I love the skin, it's so dope. Yeah, here's the Diamond GPMG. I actually just ended up finishing this like right before I went to record this video, but now I'm working on the Strider, which again, I only need 7 of the... Dog, come on. Dude, the textures didn't even finish loading it. Look at this. You like, ooh, I can see under the map. Whoa, this is so true. Okay, there it is. Now it's finally loading in. That's just because I have this game installed on a hard drive. The only SSD that I have on my PC right now is the 256GB boot drive, and obviously you don't want to be installing, like, Call of Duty wouldn't even fit on that boot drive just because I have all of my other programs on there just to keep things running snappily. At some point, I'll need to get like an internal NVMe SSD or something like that, but for now, it's not a big deal. Obviously, the game still runs fine. Sometimes it just takes a minute for textures to load in, and even then, that's usually never an issue. It's only like when I first get on like my very first match playing. Now, here's the thing. We're playing on Warhead, which I would have liked to be playing on Pit or Stakeout, just because those are the 2 best maps that it seems like for camo grinding in general, no matter what you're going for. So I don't know how much, if any, progress we'll actually make on this, because they're just camping out the spawns. They do not want to move. It is one of those days, and you can literally see him sitting right back there. Like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do because I'm using a pistol, so we'll do our best. Okay, there's a 1. There's a 2 and a 3, just like that. There we go. We got 1 of the 7 done that we need. Unfortunately, our teammates ended up stealing one of my kills. Oh, come on, dude. I was 1 off. There we go, that's 3. That's probably the most annoying part of doing any camo grind, like on any COD game. Like, the ones where you specifically need to get, like, bloodthirsties, or even, like, double kills or triple kills, and it's like, okay, I'm right there, and then somebody kills you right when you're 1 off, you're about to get the thing done. I'm seriously dreading the Darkspine launcher challenges right now. Like, I'm not even scared of anything else. The melees, the baseball bat, none of that. It's literally just the getting 5 destructions in a single match, because I already know it's going to be a situation where I'm not going to be allowed to play face-off. I'm going to have to go play Nuketown 24/7, and I'm going to have to passively do other weapons, which is going to be so much slower than if I would just be able to do it in face-off, and I'm just going to have to hope that I get lucky, and that somebody on the enemy team ends up calling in like 5 counter UAVs, or 5 Watchdog Helos, or 5 UAVs in a match. And like, you know, for the Sigma, again, it's not that bad, but for the HE1, where there's so much RNG at play when it comes to like how the rocket's gonna fly, is it gonna go to the left, is it gonna go straight up, is it actually gonna hit, is it not, is the UAV gonna decide to take off right when it's about to hit, like, who knows? There we go, that's 3. How many of those did I get this game so far? 3, 4, we should only need like 3 or 4 more yet. The match is all but over, so it's definitely not happening this game. That's what I was saying. Like, this map is decent for some weapons, like marksman rifle, sniper rifle, basically anything besides pistols, let's be real. Ah, there it is, defeat.
All stations, we are fucking fucked. Escape and evade.
Alright, let's see. What was the best play here? He's using the Goblin Mark II, QA Terminator going in, got the double kill, got the triple kill, and the quad. Nice. Alright, what kind of emotes we got today? We got the shush, we got the thumbs up, and then the down. Man, I can't wait for Season 1. I'm sure there's gonna be a bunch of emotes in the Battle Pass. I hope they get crazy with it like they did back in Black Ops 3. We had the dabs and the whips and the nays, and not just the one backflip, but then the other one where it was like a backflip, and then the guy with like face plant at the end. That one was like my favorite emote in the game. I don't know how well you guys can hear it. Yeah, my controller has that new issue now. Obviously, you know, it's like a third-party Xbox controller. This has been like a thing for like the last year now. If you didn't watch my Modern Warfare 3 videos, and if you're like just now tuning in with BO6, hi, welcome to the channel, welcome to the Madhouse. But yeah, so basically my main Series X controller ended up biting the dust. Oh, by the way, I should probably mention it now, otherwise it's gonna feel like clickbait, because I already know I'm gonna have it on the thumbnail and the title, but I did end up unlocking Diamond Snipers. I forget if I mentioned that already, but yeah, here's the Diamond SVD that you saw in the thumbnail, so yeah, now the video's not clickbait. I literally just finished up the Diamond Snipers yesterday, because yesterday's video was on us getting the long shots, and then I was gonna, you know, mention that earlier in the video, just be like, hey, I got it done, but I totally forgot. But anyway, my main Series X controller ended up biting the dust, so then I was using some other black third-party, I believe it was a Power A controller that I got back in like 2017, 2016, something like that. And, you know, it worked fine for a while until it got stick drift, so then I decided to hop over to this Afterglow one, because, you know, these aren't, like, controllers that I purchased, because nowadays I only purchase, like, you know, official first-party controllers by either Xbox or PlayStation. I still have to buy a Pro controller for my Nintendo Switch. Obviously, I wouldn't be using, like, a, you know, like a Pro Switch controller for Call of Duty or anything like that, but, you know, when I'm playing on my Switch, I still just use the Joy-Cons. Thankfully, I haven't gotten Joy-Con drift yet, but I do want one of those Pro controllers for the Switch, because they do look really nice, and it may also have something to do with the fact that my Switch model is a slightly newer one, it's an OLED, so I don't know if maybe they worked out some of the stick drift stuff and those, like, Joy-Con specifically in the newer ones. But anyway, yeah, these are controllers that I got back in, like, 2016, 2017, something like that. And that black one that I was using for a little while, like I said, it got stick drift, the button started sticking, so then I decided to go over to this one, you know, the Afterglow controller, which I had so many of these Afterglow controllers during the Xbox 360 generation specifically, because that was still during the time where I was really poor. Like, you know, even the idea of getting a brand new OEM 360 controller was literally only something I could dream of, and even then, you know, I had to, like, mow a bunch of lawns before I could finally, because I had a 360 controller for a while, but then I forget, something ended up going wrong with it, so then I had to use one of the Afterglow controllers for a while, and then it was only by the time that I saved up enough birthday money and, you know, mowed a bunch of lawns that I was able to get, like, one of those OEM controllers, you know, a black one. And then there was also a time, though, where my mom ended up surprising me, and she got me, I forget, like, what the name of it was specifically, but it was, like, this really cool camo one, and it had, like, the D-pad that you could switch between either being, like, a normal D-pad or, like, the traditional 360 D-pad, you know, where it's a bit more of, like, circular, more than, like, an actual four-directional D-pad. I've gotten literally none of these done so far. It's because we're not on Stakeout or Pit. Those are the two lucky maps. Gala and Warhead, they're great maps. I love them for doing other challenges. It's just, like, when you're trying to do stuff with, like, pistols and stuff like that, and you're trying to go on streaks, I don't know, it kind of depends. It's good for snipers and all that, but like, okay, there we go. There's 3, so we should only need a few more now. But ever since I started using this Afterglow controller, there has been a few problems with it. Like, when I use it over on Xbox, I have to make sure that I turn the vibration off. No, I don't do it in the game settings. I actually created, like, a custom profile in the Xbox Accessories app to where, like, everything about the controller settings is the exact same. I just have the vibration turned off across the board just because, for some reason, when I use the controller on Xbox, the vibration motors work at, like, oh, there it is. We just unlocked Diamond for the Strider. Nice. I'll go ahead and switch over to the GS45. The vibration motors inside of the controller work at like double, if not triple, the speed that they're supposed to, and it literally makes my hands numb just from shooting like a pistol in COD. Yet for some reason, when I use the computer on PC, it doesn't seem to be so bad. Like right now, I have it plugged in and the vibration isn't that bad. There's nothing different with my settings, so I have no idea what that's about. I know that may seem like such a small thing, like, oh, boo-hoo, womp womp, dude can't use vibration in his game, but I like using vibration in games. It, like, kind of adds the immersive feelings, and it can actually have some valuable feedback, like, say, if you're laying on the ground and somebody's shooting at you while you're flashed, it tells you whether or not you're still alive or not. But, yeah, right outside that point where, like, you know, the controller still works, the buttons are still functioning, so even though my right stick squeaks and my left stick creaks, I'm still gonna use it until the controller doesn't work anymore, just because I'm a firm believer that even if you can afford something, if it doesn't need replaced, you shouldn't replace it, especially if it works. If this was a controller and it was like a really cruddy quality third-party controller and it put me at a disadvantage in game, then yeah, I would go ahead and make sure that I got that OEM Series X controller, you know, like the carbon black, because that's what I'm going to get when I get another one. Just make sure that everything's up to snuff. But this, it works basically the same as a standard Xbox controller, so I'm just kind of rocking with it. Yeah, we got first place. Gonna go ahead and do the classic thing right there. Considering the fact that I'm using a Black Ops 1 themed skin, it only makes sense that I do the Black Ops 1 pose. But anyways, yeah, that's a whole thing. But hey, that's only for when I'm playing on Xbox. Obviously, over on PS5, I have an official OEM DualSense. And the DualSense is one of the best controllers of all time. It works beautifully. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out some of these attachments. I guess I'll toss on, I'm just trying to, like, level up all of my reticles here in order to unlock all of the different sights on it. Not that it really makes a big difference, or not that it matters much. It's just like, hey, if there's something to work towards and to progress, I might as well just do it. All right, let's see, what map do we get? Anything but Gala. Okay, yeah, Stakeout C. We're gonna clear out a bunch of challenges this match. In fact, I am so confident in our abilities that I am going to put on the 9mm PM, just so then in case we do end up finishing the GS45, then we come over here and start working on this one. I did start working on the melee weapons. Even though I didn't start going, like, full in on it, I'm actually already, like, a third of the way done with the knife, and I'm, like, an eighth of the way done with the baseball bat. I got, like, 15 kills with that thing, so even there, like, yeah, you know, I'm so close to being done with this grind. It's actually kind of insane. This may sound kind of corny, but I'm kind of sad for the camo grind to be over already. Now, granted, this was a perfect camo grind. I felt like Modern Warfare 2 and 3, less so Modern Warfare 2, right? We still had all the long shots to go for in that game. Yeah, forget I said anything about that one. More like Modern Warfare 3 specifically. It was a fun camo grind, but it was relatively easy. Not that that's inherently a bad thing. I'd rather have a camo grind be too easy than too hard and tedious, like Vanguard or MW19, where, you know, the camo grind was still fun to go for, but there was, like, so many requirements just to get even a single weapon gold that I was kind of like, alright, I'm gonna space myself out with this one. I'm not gonna try to do it all at once, because, like, you could try to do it all at once, but, man, you might end up driving yourself just a bit insane by the end of it all. But I truly do believe that this game, oh, there it is, level 54. Yeah, I want to make sure that I have every weapon that I need to done before I go ahead and prestige. So, like I said before, I am not sacrificing any XP. If I get to a point where, say, there's a weapon I need to get done, but it's time for me to prestige, I don't care. I'm just gonna prestige and suck it up. I'm not wasting any XP. Prestige Master is my main goal. But yeah, you know, I've had a lot of fun going for Dark Matter this year, and despite the fact that I'm already kind of closing in on the end game here, I mean, this has been the perfect grind. It was the perfect level of difficulty, the perfect level of, I don't want to say tedium, because this, you know, this camo grind wasn't really tedious. The only part of it that was really tedious was, like, the launchers or whatever, but you know what I mean. Like, the perfect amount of, like, repetition and gameplay involved to where it wasn't too easy, to where you're just gonna fly through it, but it takes enough commitment to where it feels gratifying, but it's also not so hard that you get burnt out and you're just like, oh my gosh, I just want this to be done. Like, they literally strike the perfect balance, and you want to know why they strike the perfect balance? It's because they did what works, and they went back to the traditional Black Ops 2, 3, and 4 system of getting 100 headshots, doing a few special challenges, and then you have your camos. Y'all know the classic saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And what have I been saying all this time? Black Ops 2, it's my favorite Call of Duty of all time. Obviously, you know, you can never say what Call of Duty is objectively the best, and, you know, even subjectively, I couldn't really choose a best Call of Duty. I mean, Black Ops 2 is my favorite, but I love all the different CODs for different reasons. But that being said, you know, Black Ops 2, it's obviously my favorite for a reason, and it's because it did so many things right, even beyond the gameplay, like the progression mechanics in the game, you know, including, like, the camos, obviously, because back in the day, it was so much fun going for gold, and then getting diamond on all the weapons, and getting, like, the master prestige calling card and all that, which, it's kind of funny how that was, like, the mastery grind back then, how, like, getting diamond on every weapon or every weapon class was sort of like a grind in itself, but then, like, the mastery reward for that was just, like, the mastery calling card at the end, rather than, like, some special camo. But still, despite that, like, the camo grind and the actual challenges itself within the game were literally perfect. And Black Ops 2 was the first time in a Call of Duty game where we had that, I don't know, like, the way that they had the camo set up in that game, obviously, because, you know, we had, like, challenges in the previous Call of Duties, obviously, but Black Ops 2 was the first one where they, like, really tried something different and incorporated, like, the diamond mechanics into it, to where, like, if you get every single gun gold, then you get diamond, and the way that the challenges were laid out with, like, the very specific criteria of, like, headshots, special challenges, there you go, there's gold. You do that for all the weapons of the class, then there you go, you have diamond. So yeah, TLDR, or since this is a video, TLDW, yeah, the Black Ops 6 camo grind, in my opinion, is literally perfect. I have no complaints with it. Even for the tedious or annoying parts of it, like going for the launchers, for example, like getting the 3 destructions in a single match, or regrettably the 5 destructions in a single match. We'll see how that goes. You know, I still feel like the grind has been perfect so far, and even looking at the challenges towards the end of it, I mean, there's nothing outrageous. You know, getting a few triple kills, getting some bloodthirsties, I mean, that's, again, what they had back in Black Ops 2, so if things just keep doing the camo grinds like this, I mean, we're all set. I really hope that, like, next year or the year after that when Infinity War comes back, they don't hit us with, like, another, hey, sit there on the little middle spot and shoot house and get another 1,500 long shots, please. I know for just unlocking Orion, it was technically only 1,250 or something around that, but you also have to remember, like, all the weapons that came out during the season. Once you add all those up, yeah, it's closer to, like, 1,500 or something crazy like that, so... You know, only doing, like, 45 long shots in this game for the 3 weapons that actually require them, I'll take that any day of the week. But anyways, yeah, I'm not exactly sure where I'll be at by tomorrow. I'm gonna finish up grinding some of the diamond camos here, but then I don't know where do I go next? Do I get the shotguns over with? I think what I want to do is I want to knock out the melees, hit the shotguns, and just finish off on an easy high note of the SMGs. The shotguns, they're gonna be a little tricky. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I have to see if I come over here to the Unrepentant, maybe fire mods. Okay, they do have slug rounds, but it's not unlocked until level 26. But my shotgun already is a level 20, so that'll come soon enough. I'm thinking if I put on slug rounds, that'll make it a bit easier, because I was trying to get headshots this morning in, like, Warhead and Stakeout, and it just wasn't happening, because when you shoot a shotgun, obviously there's pellets going everywhere, and if most of the pellets end up hitting their body, it's going to count as a body kill rather than a headshot kill. So I had many times where I was aiming square on their head, and it would just count as a body kill. So I'm thinking I might actually switch to slugs for this and the ASG, and that might help. We'll see. I'll do a bit of testing there, but I'll lock down about 6 levels, so we'll see how things go there, because otherwise, yeah, I only have, like, 5 headshots so far, and I've gotten way more kills with it, obviously, if it's level 20, so, yeah, well, I don't know, I'll mess around with it, we'll see what works. But anyways, yeah, it's time for me to get back to grinding. But anyway, as always, massive shout out to all the Patrons and channel members to get all of you in the low baller tier, and an even bigger shout out to on the big baller tier, Melasking, and Dynamite, and the biggest shout out to on the G tier, Run Events, and Lynch Go. Thank you guys so much, guys, you're literal legends, I love you. Koroni Dodoki Arigato gozaimasu. Have an amazing day, stay beautiful, I love you all. Peace.